This is Shelley Craft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Precious Metals Summit in Beaver Creek, Colorado, 2016. With me today is Ralph Fitch from TriMetals Mining Inc. It's a publicly traded company. I'm going to give you two symbols. It's TMI on the TSX and TMIAF on the OTCQX. Ralph, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you very much, Shelley. It's a real pleasure to be here and to be on your show.
It's good to have you. So let's start out with an overview on TriMetals, and we'll go from there.
Certainly. So TriMetals' focus is the Gold Springs property in safe, mining-friendly Nevada and Utah. It's right on the border, half in Nevada and half in Utah. We're at the exploration stage. We have about 903,000 ounces gold equivalent. We've only drilled 10% of the target. We already have a positive PEA. So we've done the 43-101 work, which is the Canadian sort of regulation, and we are drilling now. We're in the middle of a 40-hole program, and we should have a continuous set of releases on drill results through the rest of the year.
So what do you feel in your gut?
Well, I've been in this business for 50 years or so now, and I think this is a real opportunity. Certainly geologically, it looks like the property position we have is permissive for the discovery of maybe 3 to 5 million ounces. So it's something large. And we're at about 1 million, and our goal is to continue to increase the resource and drive towards that 3 million ounces. And we think by doing that, we will increase our shareholders' value.
What's the size of the land package?
We've got about 74 square kilometers, so it's sort of 8 by 8 kilometers. And within that area, the thing that's really intriguing is we've got 26 areas where the gold is actually outcropping in the rock. So it's sticking out of the ground. And we've drilled 2 of those 26, and we're close to 1 million ounces. And we've still got the other 24 to go. And that's one of the reasons we believe we've got a very good chance of getting a very substantial resource here.
What's the grade?
The grade is typical heap leach grade in Nevada, which is about 0.6 grams per ton. So it's relatively modest grade. But interestingly, this year we've got a new twist to our drill program. So we've already got roughly 1 million ounces. The PEA shows a project with 137 million NPV. So it's a good, solid project. But we have a lot of high-grade veins in this property position, which are over 4 grams per ton. And we now have decided that we could probably put together what we call a starter pit at this much higher grade of maybe 3 grams per ton by looking at these high-grade veins. So some of the drilling this year is to define a high-grade starter resource, maybe at 3 grams per ton, which you sort of overlay on the PEA project. And it has the potential to really dramatically improve the economics, which are already quite robust.
Has there been previously mines on the properties?
Interesting point. So, of course, we all think we discover everything, but the old timers actually did it a long time ago. So there's a lot of little shafts and things all over this property. And in fact, the last modern, or I guess you could call it modern mining, was in the 1940s. Still sort of mom and pop scale. But when the war broke out, then of course all mining was stopped. And mining stopped at the Gold Springs area as well. So it's got a history of mining. And what we've done is geologically sort of put the whole package together, improved the land position, so it's quite large, 74 square kilometers, and now developed the geological concept of why the gold is there. And so we now know how to explore for it.
So what's your background?
Geologist, born in the U.S., grew up in England, worked Australia, South Africa, various other places, and now back in the U.S. I guess prior to starting this series of companies, I was chief geologist for Chevron, the minerals business of Chevron. Then in 1995, I started a company called General Minerals on the TSX. That became Sprott Resources. I did 2 IPOs out of that in 2007. One of those was South American Silver, the other High Desert. South American Silver had its major property, Malcucota in Bolivia, expropriated by the Bolivian government. So we brought the 2 companies back together again because South American no longer had a precious metals property. And in fact, we are completing the international arbitration process to reclaim. We're claiming $385 million from the Bolivian government, and we should hear the results of that maybe in the spring of next year.
So this ain't your first rodeo.
No, I've been through this quite a lot, but I enjoy it. That's why I still do it. And I think we've got a very good project here.
Tell me a little bit about the rest of your team.
Yeah, so we're very fortunate. We have Randy Moore, who's our VP of Exploration in North America, and he brought this project to us. And he'd known about it. He'd worked for a company called Cambior, who went through hard times and dropped all their U.S. properties. And he sort of kept track of it, and over time we managed to sort of obtain that property. And then so we had a base to start with, but have managed to grow the land position, grow our understanding of the project, and we now firmly believe that we've got a very good chance of a major discovery here.
As you run this company, we're coming into the fourth quarter of 2016. What would be your vision and for an accomplished milestone in 2017?
For this company. Yeah, I think I think probably a really good marker is to see if we can develop this high-grade starter pit or resource that sort of lays on top of the PEA project, because just a few ounces of high-grade material can have a dramatic influence on the financials of that project. And the other part is just to see that we continue to expand the resource as we drill. We've found, on average, it's an average, so things change, but we get about 4,000 ounces per drill hole, or another way to look at it is our discovery costs about $10 an ounce.
Let's get your website out there for our investor audience to get more information.
Okay, our website is TriMetalsMining.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ralph Fitch, TriMetals Mining Inc. It's a publicly traded company. I'm going to give you two symbols. The first one's on the TSX, and the symbol is TMI. The second one is TMIAF, and that's in the U.S. Ralph, thank you so much for coming on to SNNLive.
Thank you so much, Shelley. This, as we all know, is a great place to be, and I'm very glad to be on the show. Thank you.
I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the Precious Metals Summit in Beaver Creek, Colorado, 2016. Thanks again, Ralph.
Thank you.